back to work as quick as we can. I know everybody's in a hurry to do that, right? Hey, Mike, right here. Y'all grab a seat. Okay, guys, I really appreciate everybody coming out today. This means a lot to us. This is an endeavor that's been years in the making, and finally, we're happy to say we're that close. We still got a little bit to do, as you'll see, but we wanted to get this done in time for Veterans Day. So I've got some people, I'll get out of here as quick as I can, but I got some people I got to thank. And the first one I got to thank is Sam Anderson. Where you at, Sam? Thank you, brother. I don't know how many drawings Sam has done here, from Robinson Park to this park to 20 other parks. This is where we finally wound up. Sam, we couldn't have done any of this without you, brother. And that brain of yours, it's amazing. And also, guys, Steve Robinson, Phoenix Builders. These are the guys that made this. They're the one that finally put together, brought it up for us. Steve can't be here. I think he's having. There we go, baby. Hey, good job, Phoenix Builders. Great job. And I'd be remiss if I did not mention Donna Little and David Little with Little Construction. These guys were with us for years from the beginning, and they put a lot of time in. And then I don't know if you've seen on the other side of the wall. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. We've got our insignias there made of metal, and that's from Robin Nordstrom and Nordstrom Testing. So if you need any metal cutting or anything done, please go see these people. They do a phenomenal job. And then I've got right here, I got Al Schwartz. Al is with Nashville Monuments. Now this is important. I need you to listen up. If you like what we got here, and I know it's going to catch fire, people are going to be wanting to put their loved ones' names on the wall. And if you can see, I got 4 coming across here. 4 will be up next week. They'll be empty. I got 1 empty one over here that we'll be putting additional names on. What we're going to do is every August, we're going to be compounding a list, bring it to the Parks Department. We'll keep the list. And in August, we're going to get with National Monument. And for the Veterans Day next year, we're going to have another one. And we'll get together again. We'll add all the new names. It's $3 a letter. So just come check us out at mountjulietparks.org. And you can register there, put your name in, and we'll take it. But again, we want to thank National Monument. You guys did an incredible job. Thank you. And now I'm going to shut up for a minute because these are the ladies right here behind me. These 2 beautiful ladies right here, they're the ones that thought this thing up. Years and years ago, they came up with like Carol Caitlin and Gwen Queener. They came to me, they're like, Roger, we need to do something for our veterans. And I agree, guys, because we all know freedom is not free. These are your heroes right here. If you want a hero, if your kid wants a hero, hey, let's quit following football and basketball. Let's go over here. Let's find the guys right here that give their lives to you. The guys the reason Tuesday night you could be over there choosing your next leader is because of these people. These people right here that leave their family for years. These guys that make minimum wage, the ones that are putting their life on the line. A lot of these guys, like Billy Ray Cyrus said, all gave some, but some gave all. And again, guys, these are the ones that should be your heroes right here. They should be living forever in our minds and be thankful. And that's the reason we have Veterans Day. Okay, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let Gwen and Carol come up and tell you how they came up with this. Come on, ladies.
Thank you, Rocky. Several years ago, about 3 now, Carol came to me and said, we need to do something to honor our veterans. And her idea came from her hometown, where they have a wall and that was there, and they took it and turned it into a veterans wall. And that's what we wanted to do for Mount Juliet. And this was our vision for the city. Mm-hmm. So, after much research and going online and finding out how to do this, we found a company that would support us and hold a long-term fundraising project for us, which did turn out to be long-term because of COVID. But if you purchased a brick and for a loved one, it's over here to my left on the table if you want to pick it up. Otherwise, Rocky has promised me that he's going to help me deliver all the ones that aren't picked up. So we have a project, Rocky. But we want to thank those that purchased a brick. All of the names that are on the bricks are on the wall. And if you can take your brick home and put it in a place of honor at your house, and always remember that that name is here in Mount Juliet on this wall. And we thank you very, very much. There's so many people. Rocky's already thanked Sam and the Littles. We have Kenny Martin to thank. When I went to him with this idea, he was behind me 100% and said, take the park here, I'll give you a park, put it where you need to. And we've had a wonderful time doing this. And we hope that for years to come, this will be someplace that you'll come and remember your loved one. Thank you.
Yeah, you went a little bit over your minute. Good job, Gwen. Thank y'all. Carol, thank y'all so much. And again, guys, if you didn't understand it, if you bought a brick from Gwen early on the fundraiser, it is over here to our left. Go pick your brick up. If you know someone that bought a brick and you know them and you can get the brick to them, please pick that brick up for them and take it to them. So if not, we're going to keep it in the building as we can. We're going to get it to them. Like Gwen's always giving me projects. Okay, the other thing, Colonel Hopper was supposed to be here to speak. Here you go, Colonel Hopper. Get over here, buddy. Tell us about this unknown soldier. Colonel Hopper, guys. Looks like I'm run away.
Apologies for showing up so late, but the last 4 hours I was in the emergency room with the wife, so just got her back to the house, and luckily we just live right down the road here, so I was able to make it that fast. But in addition to talking about this, I want to provide a few words, if you don't mind. There we go. Okay, sorry. Mr. Mayor, Kenny, thanks for being here. Citizens of Mount Juliet and my fellow veterans. I, Paul K. Hopper, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. It was on May 1979 that I took that oath of office at a little school called the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina. And that thus began my 30-year career in the United States Marine Corps serving this country. And over that 30 years, I traveled the world and deployed 7 times to combat operations. And for 30 years, I obeyed the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me. But why did I step forward, or why does any person raise their right hand and do solemnly swear? Well, there's a number of reasons. Family tradition is one, adventure, financial reasons, benefits, but I think there's one overriding reason why someone would raise their right hand. But I'm going to hold on to that, and I'll tell you about that later. There are nearly 18 million veterans among us. They are in every walk of life, and I'm willing to bet many of you here would not recognize those veterans that are among us today. So if you don't mind, since most of us are standing, if you served in the Army, the Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, Public Health Service, would you raise your hand? My thanks to all. Veterans Day is intended to thank and honor all those who served honorably in the military, living or dead, whether in wartime or peace. While Veterans Day is often confused with Memorial Memorial Day, the two observances serve very different purposes. So let me elaborate just a moment. Memorial Day in the post-Civil War died in that war, and it became a modern holiday to remember those individuals from all wars and conflicts who gave their lives in service of this country. To ensure the sacrifices of America's fallen heroes are never forgotten, in December of 2000, Congress passed and the President signed into law the National Moment of Remembrance Act to encourage all people of the United States to give something back to their country, which provides them so much freedom and opportunity by encouraging everyone to coordinate commemorations for Memorial Day and the National Moment of Remembrance. This moment encourages all Americans to pause wherever they are at 3 p.m. local time for 2 minutes, of silence to remember and honor those who died while in service to this country. Veterans Day, however, was first known actually as Armistice Day. Which way is he going? There he goes. Veterans Day, however, was first known actually as Armistice Day, and it was a celebration of the resolution that ended World War I. On November 11th, 1918, at 11 a.m., and salutes surviving service members, as well as those who have passed away since their service. It was in 1954 that President Eisenhower signed a bill proclaiming that November 11th would be Veterans Day and called upon Americans everywhere to rededicate themselves to the cause of peace. It was in October of 2016 that President Obama signed the Veterans Day Moment of Silence Act, a proclamation calling on the people of the United States to observe a 2-minute national moment of silence on Veterans Day at 3:11 p.m. Eastern Time. So now the marker that is placed over here, it was 1921 that an American soldier with whose name is known but to God was actually buried on a Virginia hillside overlooking the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. The burial site of this unknown World War I soldier or Marine in Arlington National Cemetery has become known as the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. The neoclassical white marble sarcophagus depicts 3 carved Greek figures representing peace, victory, and valor. And inscribed on the back of the tomb are the words, "Here rests in honored glory an American soldier known but to God." The tomb sarcophagus stands above the grave of the unknown soldier of World War I, and to the west of it are the crypts of the unknown soldiers from World War II and the Korean conflict. The white marble slab flush with the plaza marks each crypt. Today, thousands of people flock to Arlington National Cemetery to pay their respects at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, which now symbolizes the sacrifices of all American service members. This marker that we have here is made of the same material as the tomb and will forever remain a part of the city of Mount Juliet's Veterans Garden. So this garden will forever be tied to that spot in Arlington, Virginia. You know, before I close, I often get asked, well, how do you honor veterans? How do you honor those that served? Not only on this day, but every day. Well, very, very simple things that you can do. One, you can just walk up to them and thank them for what they did. You could donate to veterans organizations. You can volunteer your time at hospitals or some of the veteran organizations, or you can simply sit down and talk to the veteran, listen to their stories. But when you do, be prepared to stand there a while, because most of them will want to talk your ear off. In closing, I said that I asked earlier, why do people join the armed forces? Why do they put themselves in harm's way? Well, it's because I believe they're willing to put others before themselves, because they are willing to put this great country ahead of themselves. And thank God we have such people. For as long as we have such people, we will continue to live forever in the land of the free. Thank you very much for your time.
Hey guys, if you've ever wondered what a hero looks like, I got one right here under my right arm. Come and meet a hero. Thank you for your service, sir. Okay, guys, real quick, I get off here. I just wanted to shout out to Kenny Martin over here. This man, we brought it to him, and he was in full support of this. He's been pushing this all along. Kenny can't do without you, brother. Then we took it to our board of commissioners, and with everything, guys, it's all about the dinero. And these guys, when we put in a budget, they said, yeah, let's go with it. They were there. They were behind it. So we got to thank our board of commissioners, our city managers. They're the one that made it possible. We're just a moving piece. These guys are the one that make it happen. Right now, without any further ado, Mayor James Mannis. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Rocky. I'll start out by saying this. Is this day not long overdue for the city of Mount Juliet? Amen. You know, these two ladies here work very hard to see that this day is happening, and we're so excited to be able to do this before Veterans Day. And they're moving into place right now, but we're happy to do this before Veterans Day. But I'd also like to say this. On behalf of the city of Mount Juliet, if you have served this country in any way, I just want to say thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice that we can live here in this community that we do, live in peace, go to bed safely every night, and know that this city is safe and sound for your services and your dedication to this country. So with that, just say thank you. And we're ready?
We're ready. It's under you. I'm sorry.
You are police department an amazing team.
Ma'am.
I tell them what we're doing. We're naming this Veterans Park. Sure.
As Rocky noted, this park here, it's suffered for a little lack of identity, sometimes called RTA area, RTA Park, clock tower, numerous things. But from this day forward, as we take this moment to dedicate this park is going to be known in the city of Mount Juliet as Veterans Park. Ready?
Like I said, guys, if you've got a brick, they're over here. Please come up, check out the wall. We'll be adding names every year. But I thank everybody for coming out.